New versus used, the classic debate. I've done the full math on two Teslas, a 2026 and a 2022, 4 years apart, similar trims. One is half the price of the other, with only 60,000 miles on it and no accidents. I crunched energy, insurance, maintenance, depreciation, and even financing on both of these cars. And after everything, I'm not gonna make you watch the whole video, I'll just tell you right now, after everything, the used Tesla will save you $11,000 over 5 years of ownership. Now let me show you how I got there. Here are the listings. So here's exactly what we're comparing, and I pulled both of these off real listings this week. No hypotheticals. On the new side, a 2026 Model Y mid-trim, all-wheel drive, straight off Tesla's configurator, $49,990 US for the car. Add destination and the order fee, and you're at $51,630 before tax. So 327 miles of range, 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, and this matters later, a promotional finance rate of 0.99%. Now on the used side, a 2022 Model Y long range, all-wheel drive, listed in Katy, Texas, for $26,995. Fees included, clean title, I checked, and it's got 61,000 miles on it. Now here's the first thing everybody points at. On paper, the used car has more range, 330 miles versus 327. The 4-year-old car beats the new one, except it doesn't. That 330 mile number is what the car did when it was new, back in 2022. Batteries lose a little capacity every year. Industry data puts the average Tesla around 2% a year of battery degradation. So this car is 4 years old, 2 times 4 is about 8% gone. So it's holding roughly 92% of its original range, and 92% of 330 is about 304 miles, real world today. So the honest comparison is about 304 versus 327. The new car actually gives you a little over 20 more miles of usable range. Let's build the real cost, one line at a time, in the same order I always use. Starts with what you actually hand over at the door. By the way, if you haven't picked this up yet so far, this is for you Americans just south of the border. I usually do this in Canadian, but this is all American because you guys asked for it. So the new car, $51,630 plus about 7% sales tax. And yes, tax varies by state. Some of you pay 0%, some pay 10%. I'm using 7 as a middle number. That's $55,244 out the door. The used car, $26,995, same 7%, comes to $28,885. That's a $26,000 gap. And notice, tax hits the expensive car twice as hard because it's a percentage. The more expensive the car, the more expensive the tax. Hold that $26,000. Every line from here either defends it or chips away at it. Let's start with fuel, or in our world, electricity. If you charge mostly at home, I'm assuming 80% home, 20% supercharger, which is a pretty normal split. Your blended cost lands around 23 cents a kilowatt hour. Home power averages about 18 cents right now, according to the internet. And supercharging is the pricier slice at roughly 45, sometimes even more. We're sticking with 23 cents on average combined. Both of these are all-wheel drive, so they drink a little more than the rear-wheel cars. Over 60,000 miles in 5 years. The new one runs about 3,800 in electricity. The used one, a touch less efficient with an older pack, about 4,000. So the used car costs you about $200 more over 5 years. Not a big difference there. Moving on. Insurance. And I want to be straight about where these numbers come from because insurance is the line that can vary from driver to driver. According to insurance.com and insure.com, full coverage on a Tesla Model Y runs somewhere between $2,700 and $3,800 a year. That seems expensive, depending on the source and the driver. MoneyGeek's number for the newest model year is even higher. The point is, a Model Y does not seem cheap to insure. Now, if your quotes come back different from mine, that's expected. I also built a free cost of ownership calculator linked in the description. Plug in your own numbers and it recalculates the whole comparison automatically. Here's the lever for us. Insurance scales with what the car is worth to replace. The new one is a $51,000 car. The used one's worth about half that. So I'm putting the new all-wheel drive at around $3,100 a year and the used one at around $2,500. Lower value, lower premium. Over 5 years, that's $15,500 for the new car versus $12,500 for the used one. The used car wins insurance by about $3,000. And real quick, if you're getting value out of this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing. It genuinely helps my channel. Now let's move on to maintenance. Both are EVs, so no oil changes, no spark plugs, no conventional transmission. The regen braking barely touches the pads, though you should still use them every now and then to keep them from seizing. The routine stuff is tires, cabin filters, brake fluid, wipers. On a higher mileage car, some owners also do a drive unit gear oil service. Tesla technically calls it lifetime, but it's worth knowing about. On the new car, I've got about $2,200 over 5 years, and every bit of it is backstopped by a full factory warranty the whole time. On the used car, about $3,500. Now that's higher, and here's why. This 2022 has 61,000 miles on it. It's already out of the basic bumper-to-bumper warranty, so from day one, anything that breaks that isn't the battery is your bill. And if you want, you can price out an extended warranty and drop it straight into that calculator that I mentioned in the description. Then there's the big one, the battery and the drive unit warranty. 8 years or 120,000 miles. This car is a 2022, so that clock runs out around 2030 on that time. And at 12,000 miles a year, it crosses 120,000 miles right near the end of your 5-year hold. Either way, you reach the edge of that warranty while you own it. Now, I could frame that as scary, but let's be honest about what's actually happening. You're buying a used car. Of course you hit the warranty cliff sooner. Somebody else already drove the covered years. That's not a flaw in the deal. That is the deal. And for most of your ownership, the expensive part, the battery, is still under warranty. You just cross the finish line about the time it lapses. So if you've got a repair cushion, that's a trade a lot of smart buyers make every single day. Okay, depreciation. This is the biggest number in the whole comparison, and it's the entire reason used can win. Depreciation is just the money the car quietly loses while you own it. The difference between what you paid and what you sell it for. The new Model Y, you buy it for about $50,000, and a typical Model Y holds around 45% of its value after 5 years. So you sell it for around $23,000, and you ate roughly $27,000 in depreciation. $27,000 gone. On the new car, that's the single most expensive thing about buying new, and it happens whether you notice it or not. The used car, you bought it for $27,000 after the first owner already took the brutal early hit. 5 years from now, it's a 9-year-old Tesla with about 120,000 miles, worth maybe $12,500. So your depreciation is around $14,500 versus the $27,000. The used car loses roughly half the dollars because it had half the dollars left to lose. You can't uneat the first owner's depreciation cliff, and here it's worth about 13 grand to you. One caveat, that resale number on a car headed for 120,000 miles is the softest figure in this video. High mileage EV values are generally hard to predict, so take that exact dollar with a grain of salt. Last line, and this is the one I added specifically for this video, financing interest. What the loan itself costs you on top of the car. Same terms on both. $3,050 down, 60 months. The only different is the rate. And this is where it gets interesting. The new car qualifies for that 0.99% promo. Financed at basically 1% over 5 years, you pay about $1,200 in interest, almost nothing. The used car, best rate I could pull on excellent credit was 7.14%. So finance $24,000 at 7% and you pay about $4,600 in interest. So look at what just happened. The used buyer borrows half as much money and pays almost 4 times the interest. That's a $3,400 penalty, and it exists purely because the used car doesn't get the promo rate. They rarely do. Rarely, actually, I don't know if they ever have. But, and here's the difference from my last video, the sticker gap this time is so big, $26,000, that this financing penalty just narrows the used car's lead. It doesn't erase it. Last time, interest flipped the answer. This time, it just trims it a little bit. One more honest note. That 1% is a promo. If Tesla pulls it, the new car finances at whatever the next rate is, maybe it's even up at 6 or 7% too, its interest jumps by thousands and the used car lead only gets bigger. Although the used car interest probably go up too, but you know what I mean. The promo is the new car's best friend right now, even though it still loses. So let's add it all up. 5 years, everything included. Cash cost of ownership, depreciation, energy, insurance, maintenance. The new Model Y, about $49,000. The used Model Y, about $34,570. The used car is about $14,000 cheaper. Now add the financing. New car, total 5-year cost, about $50,230. Used car, about $39,170. So that brings it down to $11,000, even financed, even with the used car's worst loan. Here's my honest read. On money, this isn't close. The used Model Y wins by $11,000 financed, $14,000 in cash, and there's no line in this spreadsheet where the new car comes out cheaper. So what are you actually paying that $11,000 for? A full warranty, 0 miles, the newest tech, and about 20 extra miles of real-world range, once you account for the battery degradation we talked about. If you've got a repair cushion, an out-of-warranty surprise in year 4 is an annoyance, not a catastrophe. The used all-wheel drive is the smarter money, and it's not particularly close. You're buying what's left after somebody else paid for the expensive years. If you don't have that cushion, if warranty peace of mind is worth real money to you, and for a lot of people it absolutely is, then the new car is a legitimate choice, and I'm not going to talk you out of it. Just go in knowing you're paying about $11,000 more for that peace of mind. Name the price out loud and then decide. And honestly, think about what that used battery has already told you. If it made it halfway through its warranty, 4 years, 60,000 miles, in good health, no claims, no repairs, that's real information. A battery that's proven itself is a known quantity, not a gamble. And you've still got 4 more years of coverage for peace of mind on top of that. Me? With a cushion in the bank, I take the used one and I keep that 11 grand, but that's my risk tolerance, not yours. If you got value out of this video, hit the like button and consider subscribing. Stay charged.